You should be mad at that. Tying up the cops for 3 hours. But you're not. You're not talking about that. You talk about how the cops are wasting everybody else's time. No. It's them wasting everybody else's time. Oh my God. Clinton Jaws, guys, that's who I am. There's a website out there. It's called clintonjaws.com. Go to it. I don't even want to talk about this, but I have to talk about this. Nanaimo RCMP. A friend sent me something. She sent me something and said, aren't you glad you're not a cop anymore? And I watched the video, and we kind of went back and forth. And, the way the media writes it, they write it without giving the full information. And when I see something like this, with only seeing one side, I feel like I got to come down here and talk about the other side. And it's boring. It's actually boring. It's dumb. It's stupidity. But you got to watch this video. The media puts this out. The video is 2 minutes long. And when you bring up the article from Rebel News, and Rebel News, what are you doing? I kind of liked you. Look at this. Pregnant woman in towel detained for being maskless at a swimming pool. That's why she was arrested, guys. Because she was maskless. Is there any point of reading it? Do we even know that she's a woman? I mean, you see the picture there. I guess she is. But it's almost like they're assuming that she's a girl. You scroll down, and they cuffed both of them, put them in separate cars, then took them to a garage and questioned them for an hour or so, the family member explained. Horrific. That's horrific. Brutal. And you should see the Twitter responses from this. And I said to my friend, it looks like the video is almost edited. Like they set up the police, and we went back and forth. I hummed and hawed how I was going to start this video, and let's just watch the clip that Rebel News posted.
I need your help in the change room.
What's your name? I don't need to know. You're acting as a manager, and you're the one that's denying us service. So what's your name? Because you're going to be sick.
I need to put my clothes on. Excuse me. I need to put my clothes on. Stop touching me. Don't touch me. I'm going to put my clothes on. I would like to put my clothes on. Can I go?
It's so painful. It's so painful.
I'm not being I'm not. Let me get my clothes. Super easy. All you gotta do is provide your identification and you're done.
Listen, man. We came here for public service. She's pregnant. She just wants some exercise. Okay. Okay.
And then there's some rules that you need to follow in order to do that, right?
Okay. Well, they're actively breaking laws. They're breaking privacy laws.
This is a facility that can institute whatever restrictions they want to. Right now, the public health order is you need to wear a mask.
They're segregating the public.
I'm not here to argue about the laws. The laws are the laws. So if you choose not to wear a mask, you choose not to swim here.
But you can call your supervisor. I'm not under arrest. I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not under arrest, sir. What?
You don't need to handcuff him. He's not breaking any laws.
What's my crime?
There's no point watching anymore, right? There's no point digging into this. It's evident. The police are the bad guys. All the time, every time, right? Well, I dug into it. Do you want to hear the full story? Do you really care? Does anybody really care anymore? There's a reason why people hate police. There's a reason why people want to defund the police, and the reason is coming from the media. They're not telling the full story. They don't tell the full story on purpose. They do it on purpose. And it's not just the media. It's these two twats. And I have nothing against people protesting for what they believe in. I don't like masks. I don't think we should wear masks. We wear masks because of Bonnie Henry. I don't like the restrictions. I don't like the vaccine passport. But as a police officer, you are put in a tough position. You're supposed to enforce the law. It's because of what government has put. Be mad at government. Don't be mad at the cops. So these cops are out and about in Nanaimo, and well, they're probably at the detachment, and they get a call. Who calls them? I'll try not to yell. The pool calls them. Why? Because they got 2 people there they don't want there. So what do the cops do? They attend. Why do they attend, guys? Clint, why do they attend? Because police attend every call. And when police attend a call, it's the start of an investigation. And what do you do at the start of every investigation? You get everybody's information. So I go on to their Instagram and I find the full video. And I know, don't fall asleep. I know this is going to put you to sleep, and I don't even know why I'm talking. I just want you to see the difference. Let's watch the full video. Let's see why they were really arrested. There she is, swimming up a storm. She's pregnant. She's got a belly. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Let me just pause. Okay. He's not even swimming. Why isn't he swimming, Clint? Because he has to videotape what is about to go down. It's all set up. The whole thing's set up. It's set up to make police look stupid. It's set up to make them look stupid, really.
How's freedom taste, baby?
How does freedom taste, baby? Okay. I want you to see something here. I can't believe I'm talking about this. He starts the video because that's his job. The police show up. Now I'm going to put the video camera on. And he starts showing his wife's pregnant belly. Why? Why do you think? We're going to use her belly as a weapon against what we believe in. And this is why I'm showing the video partly. Because this guy makes me sick to my stomach. They both do.
What's your name? I don't need to know. You're acting as a manager and you're the one.
He wants her name, but at no point has he given them their name.
One that's denying his service. So what's your name? Because you're going to be you're going to be civilly responsible.
No, you're not. You're not going to be civilly responsible.
You yourself.
So you guys didn't hear that, but what she actually says is, you give me your name and I'll give you my name. But he doesn't respond to that. Already you've learned something, okay? They refuse to give their names, guys. You know what else they did? They refused to pay. They go to the front counter. They want to see vaccine passports. That's the rule. It doesn't matter if you agree with, if you don't want to show your vaccine passport, then don't go. If you want to prove a point, I get it. But at some point, you got to take responsibility. And these guys don't. The police show up. They're not going to give them their information. It's called obstruction. They refuse to pay. That's called theft. Rebel News doesn't tell you that, though. This is so dumb. Why am I doing a video on this?
I'm going to leave.
No, you're waiting. I told you you're being detained for an investigation.
Do I have the right to remain silent?
The cop is trying to take control. Why is he trying to take control? Because he's a police officer, and that is what you do. You have to take control no matter what. Stay here. You got to listen to their demands, even if you don't like it. Stay here. Don't move. But they want to react for the video camera. And they're lucky. These kids are lucky.
Don't touch me. I need to get dressed. I need to get dressed.
Universal chamber. You can go in there.
Just wait.
Just listen to the husband, too.
To get dressed.
Can you not touch her? That's assault, sir.
Just wait.
Don't touch.
Can you not touch her? That's assault, sir. No, it isn't, idiot. See, when you use police like this, it really gets me going. I don't like it.
Just wait.
I need to. I need to put my clothes on.
Just wait.
Well, excuse me.
Just wait. I told you to leave the chain.
Excuse me. Like she's, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
I need to put my clothes on. Stop touching me. Don't touch
What's going on? I need to stop touching me. Things could have went really bad for this pregnant lady. Ain't the fetus lucky, guys, to have parents like this?
I'm going to put my clothes on. I would like to put my clothes on.
Playing stupid.
Can she not put her clothes on? Like, why are you stopping her?
He's texting his wife right now, saying sorry for taking the phone cord to work. I know I always say that, but do you know how many times I got in trouble for taking the phone cord to work?
I need to put my clothes on.
She's pregnant, acting like an asshole. Why would you do that? Why would you take it this far? Your point has been proven, but when you don't give your information to police, it's called obstruction, and you're going to get arrested for it. This cop could take her to the ground. Why would she put her unborn baby in that kind of danger? And why would the husband, the man, allow this to happen?
Let her go and put her stuff on.
What crime am I committing? You should tell me, Mr. P. McClanders, what crime I am committing that you are detaining me.
Believe me, the cop has told them 1,000 times over, and that's why it's gotten this far. If they would have just gave them the information that he needed, that he required for his investigation, this would all be done. This would be over by now.
There's no harm, injury, or loss done here. There's no victim. All right?
I hate it when people try to act smart.
I'm not breaking any laws.
No laws have been broken.
Yeah, actually, you're a criminal now. Okay? You're actually a criminal. It's a criminal offense. Obstruction is there for a reason, guys. Do you understand that obstruction is there for a reason? When you pull somebody over, they're detained. They're not allowed to leave. Could you imagine? How would you want it? Do you want police to pull let's say police pull somebody over. They just left the scene of an accident, and they go up to the car and they go, "Sir, you were just involved in the accident, and you failed to remain, and you've left. Can I please see your driver's license?" "No, you know what? I'm not giving you my name, and you're not going to see my driver's license." "Oh, okay. Be on your way." Of course not, right? Obstruction is important in the criminal code. It's important to have obstruction. You don't want people to leave. You have to investigate crime. People have to give their name. It doesn't matter how small or how big the file is, how big the investigation is. You have to give your name. And there's good reason for it. If you don't give your name, then you get away with murder. I feel stupid that I even have to explain that to people.
We're here in peace.
Let me put
We
my
came
clothes
here for
on. This is
all right?
bullying.
This is discrimination.
It's bullying. It's discrimination, guys.
This violates our human rights as living, breathing humans.
This is stressing out my child.
You hear that, guys? It's stressing out her child. Let's say that's true for a second. That's pretty sick that she would go to that length to stress out her fetus. Let's just say it's true. Why isn't the Ministry of Children and Families involved in this? That's an MCF call. Maybe not. But couldn't it be? Anybody can call MCF on them. You're pregnant and you're stressing out your baby on purpose to prove a point. But Rebel News doesn't talk like that. They don't bring up that point.
Do you have no humanity?
I told you you're being detained.
I'm not being
We're-
detained. No, I'm not. Let
Hey.
me get my clothes on.
Ma'am, stop.
Let me get my clothes on.
Don't touch her.
Don't touch her. Right now, the cop could take her to the ground. He's justified to do it. He's allowed to do it. He doesn't do it. He shows restraint. He didn't have to. They've crossed the line, guys. They went too far. Pregnant ladies, okay? Maybe stay away from protests. How about that?
I need to get my clothes
Ma'am,
on. I need to get my clothes on.
Okay, I'm just in the back changing room in the family changing room. Can you just come,
I need
please?
to get my
She's just gonna.
He's calling for backup. So they both arrived, and obviously his backup is talking to the front counter of the pool, and he was talking to these twerps.
Change, and then you can talk all you want, man. She's in a wet bathing suit, buddy.
With a bunch of other people with and half naked. Please let me put my clothes on.
Put your clothes
Why
on.
not? Why?
Put your clothes
Because you
on.
want to be in control.
Yeah.
There's no reason why she can't
Yeah.
get her clothes on, man. We haven't done anything
My
wrong.
clothes are right
Yeah, you did.
behind you in that locker. Please let me.
30
Why?
seconds.
No doubt about it, guys. But they're criminals now.
Why? And
Wait
you're
30 seconds.
definitely
just-
within 6 feet distance. So all these mandates
Just-
make so much sense.
Just change. Just go in there and change.
I don't have my standing in
You hear
front of
him?
my clothes.
You hear him? You hear that guy? Just go in there and change. Don't listen to the cop. He doesn't give a shit that his wife is pregnant. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, dude. That's gross.
Hey,
He wants there to be a fight between the cop and the female. He actually wants that because he's asking for it. Don't listen to the cop, honey. And people feel sorry for them. People back them up because Rebel reports it that way. The wrong way.
Hi there. Can you tell him that I just would like to get my clothes and get dressed? Because I'm naked and my baby is getting very stressed out.
I was wondering if you could just stand by to just change. I did them outside.
Okay, where are your clothes? Wait, you can't, okay. And this is,
Husband? I don't know his name yet. Good.
You hear that? I don't know his name because they won't give the name.
okay, because you're being investigated for a criminal offense.
You hear that? You're being investigated for a criminal offense. And I'm just going to say something. I love girl cops. I really do. She comes in, and all of a sudden, girls have some kind of weird power sometimes, like this time. Everything just kind of settles down. They're gifted that way. People react to girls sometimes in a great way. And I just love how this girl cop handled this.
You have to provide your details. And your right to remain silent? That's not the proper term, that's an American term.
Like I
You
told
can
you,
choose to not speak with us, but we need to identify you, so it's gonna happen one way or the other. You guys get detained and you come back to our detachment and we wait.
We're not.
We need to identify you. You need to give us your... We don't even need to see identification. You just got to provide your name. And if you don't, like she said, you're coming back to the detachment. People got a problem with that? That's the law. It's there for a reason. And it's a good reason.
Under your jurisdiction.
It doesn't matter.
You do not stand under your-
Okay, that's fine, that's what you believe. This is the laws in Canada, so you will be transported back to our office and held in
That's
custody until we
a
identify.
maritime admiralty law. That is not common law.
I'm telling you.
So now the twerps are trying to teach the cop about law. And it's just, oh, God, guys. Come on, stop it. Well, you stop doing that. You look like an idiot.
The law is in Canada, and this is what's going to happen.
Okay.
Okay, so you can choose to provide your identification, or we'll take you back to the office and we'll hold you until we figure out who you are. Fingerprints, name tag.
Fingerprints. We're going back to the office until we figure out who you are. You should be mad at that. Tying up the cops for 3 hours. But you're not. You're not talking about that. You talk about how the cops are wasting everybody else's time. No. It's them wasting everybody else's time. Their point has already been proven. They would be home by now. But they took it one step further.
Can you come in here for
No,
a minute?
no. You guys are separated right now. No, you cannot.
Well, I don't want to be separated.
He's right there.
Good God.
Okay, well, I don't want to close the door without him.
Please
being
put
here
some
with me.
pants on.
And I want to
Just do your thing.
He's fine. He's right there. Just get dressed. We'll leave the door
Hurry up.
open a slight crack.
All for show. This is all for show. This is all so they can put it on Instagram. This is so stupid.
And you can change behind the door. This is super easy. All you gotta do is provide your identification and you're done.
They don't want it to be easy. I know it's super easy. All they got to do is provide their information, but they don't want it to be easy. That's the whole point. And then they whine about it afterwards.
Listen, man.
Super easy.
We came here for public service. She's pregnant. She just wants some exercise. Okay.
She just wanted some
Okay.
exercise.
And then there's
Why didn't you pay?
follow in order to do that.
Then why didn't you pay? Why didn't you give them your vaccine passport? It's not why you went there. And you didn't go swimming. Idiot.
Okay. Well, they're actively breaking laws. They're breaking privacy laws.
This is a facility that can institute whatever restrictions they want to. Right now, the public health order is you need to wear a mask.
They're segregating the public.
This is what pisses me off. This is what really pisses me off. The cops here do a good job, but it's reported, it's stained to make the police look bad when they actually did a great job. We aren't winning. The police aren't winning, and that is upsetting me when they should be.
This can all end.
It's about a vaccine passport is what the issue was.
Fair enough, and that's their rule here. So then you choose not to swim here. You choose to go and swim somewhere else.
They're offering a public service. They have to accommodate the public, right?
No.
You can't actively discriminate. You can't actively discriminate for medical conditions, for medical reasons, for medical procedures. You can't discriminate in a business for
like I told you, you're being detained for obstruction of a peace officer in the course of his duties, right?
He's about to arrest him for obstruction. Good! Finally! I mean, sitting in this chair, the perfect answer would have been the moment you talk to them, hey, you guys didn't pay? You didn't show your passports? I might have to write you a ticket. What's your name? We're not giving you our name. Okay, well, you're under arrest for obstruction. Right then and there. You're under arrest for obstruction. Put your arms behind your back.
As I told you, you could be arrested for either trespassing or mischief if you refuse to leave.
I told you.
Refuse to leave. Don't provide the name. Obstruction. Throw in theft. I don't know, maybe causing a disturbance. Breach of peace. It goes on and on and on.
I would leave with you. I told you I would leave. I told you I would leave. Sorry?
And honestly, almost resisting arrest. If he would have put them under arrest right away and she was trying to get away, resisting arrest.
You did not pay to get in here either.
I tried to.
I told you.
I tried to pay.
And you're
I'll still pay.
You're obliged to provide me with your identification.
I don't have to provide my ID. I'm not guilty of committing any crime. There's no victim. There's no harm, injury, or loss. I did nothing wrong other than come here to a public space to use a public service. Right? I didn't do anything wrong. There's no crime.
There's no point talking to him.
Yes.
You can let me go now.
No.
Where's your supervisor?
Supervisor.
Call your supervisor, please. Because obviously you guys...
Guys, it's not the United States of America, okay? We don't have to call our supervisor, and we're not going to. That would be pretty stupid. And don't do it. I was a supervisor. I don't want to be called on this stuff.
just don't know what you're talking about. But you can call your supervisor. I'm not under arrest.
Yes, you are. You're under
I'm
arrest
not.
for... Yes.
I'm not under arrest, sir.
Well, yeah, you are.
What?
Yeah, you are, Skippy.
What's my crime? What's?
We already told you 1,000 times over. Now they're walking outside. I want you to hear the conversation between the female cop and the female pregnant lady. She's gonna start singing a beautiful tune here.
Oh, Canada, our home
Not set up? Oh yeah, set up.
and native land,
And Rebel jumped right in there.
to patriot love in all lives and command, are strong and free. And do my job, buddy.
Yeah, I know. So are the Nazis. Think this is right?
Don't forget, they got arrested for obstruction, guys. They're going back to the police station because they won't give their name. It's obstruction. Not reported, though.
No, where our cars are parked close. You cannot.
Separate me from my husband.
Okay, we're driving.
Every time you put somebody in the back of a car, no matter, they could be a gang member, they always start crying.
Okay, Devin. Okay, I'm gonna have to handcuff you to drop like this. Okay? He's gonna be right. We're driving together. He's right there. Not being separated. We have to go in different police cars. That's all we do. Okay? You're super pregnant. I don't want to stress you out too much. But I'm telling you how this will end, right? All you have to do is provide your identification and we're done. Okay, so right now you're under arrest for obstruction. You do have the right to speak to legal counsel. You do not have to talk to me, but we will need to identify you. So you need to decide how you're gonna deal with this, right? It's your choice. If you want to spend a night in jail while we wait to identify you, well, that's what's gonna happen. If you just have a piece of ID, you give us your name, show us who you are, we're done.
You could just let me go. You really could.
Pardon me?
You could just let me go and my husband go.
You guys can go once you identify yourself.
You
It's
see
so
what we're
easy.
dealing with here?
It's so easy.
You could
Then you
just
go
let
home
me
and
go.
relax. The last thing I want to do is stress you out. You're super pregnant, right?
She's stressing herself out.
Well,
But we have rules to follow too.
Yep.
Okay.
So the cop puts her in the back seat. I believe the back seat might be the front. No, it was the back seat. Opens up the door. They had a conversation. You can't see it. But that's what happened. Hey, we just want your name. You can go home. But she wants to act like an ass. So she shuts the door. And that's what you heard. You heard the door shut. She's going to get into the front seat and drive to the police station. We're talking close to 3 hours with these guys. And you're mad at the police?
do you have any kids?
You got any kids? That grossed me out. Let's ask again.
Do you have any children?
Yeah, I have 3 kids.
And she looks great for 3 kids, by the way. I just want to say that.
I know what it's like. I'm empathizing with you. I know what it's like to be pregnant. I know what
Kinda.
it's like to be super, super uncomfortable. And I know swimming feels really good. I totally get it.
No, I don't get it.
I'm doing this for your kids too.
Like, I don't want you to spend the night in jail. Like, I'd like you to just identify yourself and we're done, right?
They didn't go to a garage. Oh my God. Rebel News makes as though they go into a back alley on Front Street in an old garage where Harley and Hank are working on a vehicle and tinkering with an alternator, and they almost got finger banged and they were forced to watch them drink kokanese. That's what you write, Rebel? Ridiculous. You want to know what the garage was? When you get arrested and you go to a police station, you go behind the police station. You ask the guard to open up the garage door. You drive in. The garage door closes because you want to have security of your inmate. And when it closes, you take the inmate out of the car and you walk them into the cell area. That's the garage that Rebel News is talking about, but they don't say it. I'm just so tired of it. And this is the thing that gets me. And you know, I'm not making fun of Nanaimo police, and I thought they actually did a pretty damn good job. I wouldn't have done much different. And the point that really gets me going is that's not a man. That guy that videotaped his pregnant wife going through that's not a man. That's the problem I have. I have a problem with people on Twitter, on the comments that I read, over 250 comments, basically 98% all negative, because they don't have the full story. Why don't they have the full story? Because of Rebel News, because of the media reporting it that way on purpose. They get released on 2 tickets, 2 violation tickets. That part ticks me off. Because they didn't go through, and we never do. They didn't, but they how are we going to take back respect? if we don't follow through with the obstruction charge, you have to. But I know what police are thinking. Why would I do that when Crown's not going to go with it? You guys want to change things around? She gets charged with obstruction, and she goes to court on obstruction, and Crown Counsel approves the charge. That's how we fix things, and that's the only way. They're just going to keep on doing it. Nothing happened to them. They tied up police for 3 hours. No need. There was no need for it. But nobody's complaining about that. Anyways, I agree with protests, but you got it. But you can't take it that far. And if you do take it that far, you need to get nailed to the wall.
What's that?